This is a brief orientation to stress and self-care, provided as a foundation to ongoing professional development by the Client Health and Wellness team. First and foremost, congratulations on your new position with Nationality Service Center and welcome. We hope you will find NSC to be an exciting and supportive place to work. We consider it a privilege to work with and in support of our clients and hope that you will too. There are many personal benefits to working with NSC. In addition to the practical benefits outlined by Human Resources, there are also more abstract rewards that you can expect to find in your work here. You can see in the words of our staff that Nationality Service Center has a great amount to offer you. We are globally focused, provide consistently high outcomes, strive to be leaders in our field, and offer various opportunities for professional development. Please take a few moments to peruse through the archived workshops that can be found on our cloud under Health and Wellness. NSC administration encourages you to take advantage of all of the benefits NSC has to offer. While there are many benefits to working at NSC, it is important to be aware of the occupational risks, primarily stress-related risks. All employees of NSC can be at risk for stress-related effects. First, NSC is a not-for-profit organization, which essentially means that the organization navigates consistent financial insecurity, is in a constant struggle for funds, and ultimately results in working with limited resources in the face of many clients and programs that need services and development. This context alone puts NSC employees at risk for stress and its negative effects. However, it's bigger than that. NSC also works in a global context, often requiring staff to have an in-depth knowledge of various ethnic and cultural groups, as well as leaving staff to overcome the enormous challenge of working with pre-literacy and a variety of languages and dialects. Staff often face additional difficulty working in a social context that does not yet share in our drive for true cultural competence and/or value of diversity. Finally, many of the clients of NSC have survived significant traumatic losses and experiences. Staff who work directly with clients and/or staff who have had consistent exposure to trauma-related stories or behaviors can be negatively impacted, which could in turn negatively affect interpersonal staff relationships and even the overall culture of NSC. Because of NSC's staff risks for stress and its negative effects, it is critical that all staff know indicators or symptoms of stress. If you are aware of your own stress experience, you will be more able to protect yourself. It's important to be familiar with all of the indicators of stress listed here. Please make it a practice to monitor yourself for negative effects of stress, including difficulty concentrating, continuous worry or racing thoughts, feeling down or overwhelmed, having a short temper or experiencing irritability, elevated heart rate, frequent colds or illnesses, or headaches. There are also behavioral indicators of too much stress, including unwanted changes in appetite, the development of nervous habits, difficulty or irregularity in sleeping, abusing alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs, and aggression in language or behavior. Developing a familiarity and self-monitoring practice of stress symptoms is an important part of what is known as self-care. Just as singers must exercise and protect their voices, ballet dancers must take special care of their feet, hand actors take special care of their hands, staff at NSC must develop special self-care measures as well. The primary difference is that at NSC, no matter what your position, we work primarily with our brains and minds. Just as the ballet dancer or hand model takes special care of themselves, we must protect and develop ourselves, in particular, our minds. The first step in taking care of your mind is to acknowledge your risks for stress. It is very common for people to think that they are somehow invincible or immune to the effects of stress, or that they, quote, know it already. This is not true. Everyone who consistently uses their brains and minds, and especially those working with an emphasis on teamwork, should be practicing self-care. Once you are open to the idea of taking self-care seriously, it's important to develop and implement a routine self-care plan. In doing this, consider what kinds of activities help you to relieve stress. It's best practice to incorporate at least 2 of these activities into your weekly schedule. Prioritize these just as you would any other work-related deadline. Work on developing your health. Take care of your basic needs, making sure you're getting a good night's sleep and eating well. Make sure you're working to develop and nurture healthy and supportive interpersonal relationships at work and beyond. Take advantage of the many professional development and stress reduction activities offered through NSC. Get into the habit of practicing awareness of how you might experience stress. For example, does it feel like tension in your body? Do you have racing thoughts? Do you feel irritable or tend to have negative thoughts? The more awareness you have of your stress level, the more prepared you will be to ground yourself and to practice stress reduction techniques. In our day-to-day work, it's important to be prepared for critical incidents that may occur. Please familiarize yourself with Critical Incident Protocol, all of which can be found on the N Drive or our cloud under Health and Wellness. A solid understanding of these policies and protocol will allow you to remain confident and calm during stressful events. Finally, and very importantly, remember to find and continually cultivate joy, satisfaction, and humor into your work life and beyond. NSC staff are often faced with the worst that humanity has to offer. Make it a practice to look for the good, and don't forget to laugh. In addition to continually practicing prevention and monitoring your stress level, you can additionally routinely assess your level of job satisfaction. You will find at the end of this presentation a list of resources that includes a link to the Professional Quality of Life Scale and Self-Scorer, which you can use to do just this. Self-care and intentional self-awareness are an important part of preventing burnout. Burnout is a state of chronic stress that leads to exhaustion, cynicism, detachment, and feelings of ineffectiveness. Anyone can be at risk for burnout, but especially those who are considered to be high achievers or perfectionists. It is often this group of people who, in their dedication and passion for their work, tend to take on exceptionally long work hours, maintain exceedingly heavy workloads, and put enormous pressure on themselves to excel. While we look forward to your ability to thrive here at NSC, it's also important to be mindful of creating balance and prioritizing self-care. If at any time you are feeling too much stress or are feeling less than satisfied in your work, please ask for help. Always remember to maintain client confidentiality while discussing work with outside support persons, and feel free to speak with your supervisor or human resources specialist. Burnout is a serious condition that can negatively affect your health as well as the health of the culture of our organization. Nationality Service Center additionally offers Employee Assistance Program benefits. As an NSC staff member, you have the opportunity to access guidance for family, work, legal, or financial issues through this completely confidential service. A specialist can help you with the smallest of hurdles, from finding movers to locating pet care. Speak with a specialist over the phone or schedule an in-person session with a counselor who can help you deal with big and small issues that make it harder for you to complete your goals and/or find a sense of personal and professional satisfaction. Telephone services are unlimited, and in-person sessions are available free of cost up to 4 times per year per issue. Please remember that this free and confidential support service is available to you through the duration of your time here at NSC. If you have further questions about the service, please speak to your human resources specialist. Please feel free to look through the following links for further information related to stress, burnout, and self-care. And remember to take care.